what's up, everybody? It's Saturday night. Check it out. There is something interesting going on. We don't know yet. I gotta look and see how it's working out. But there is a vertical stream going on as well. YouTube gave me a feature today that allows me to do vertical and horizontal. So, I mean, we're going to keep it the same format as a normal Saturday. It's going to be chill. It should be chill. I set it to subscribers only, so, and it's 5 minutes. People got to wait to subscribe. I need to change it to 10. But just it gets me on the vertical feed as well. It doesn't look very good, honestly. You can't even see my face. Like, it's all messed up. So I don't know if that's going to work. It's supposed to crop out a picture of me, but it's only showing half of me. So whatever, we'll see how it goes. But great to see everybody. I hope y'all doing well today. It was a nice day, for sure, around here. Natasha, how you doing? Good to see you. KD, hello to you. Chris Arsenal, what's up, bro? Great to see you there. Sixto Ibarra, hello. Good to see you, brother. Donald James in the house. What's up, Donald? Erica Alvarez, hello to you. Derail's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Donald James says, I ain't going to lie, and I mean this. This community is the most chill out of anywhere else I go. I appreciate that, Donald. We love to see that. And, yeah, hopefully it stays chill. Like I said, I did put the subscriber-only chat on just to thwart away any dummies, you know. But it is showing up on the horizontal feed as well, so. But, yeah, it doesn't look so good on the horizontal feed. I don't know. I might have to change the camera around a little bit to accommodate that. I don't know how that works, if that's going to work. I don't know. I'll have to look at it. But anyway, what else we got? There you go, Natasha. Well, yeah, it looks fine on the horizontal version, yeah. But the vertical stream, like you can only see half of me. It looks like it's kind of weird. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't care either way. I'm just trying it out, see how it works. Derail, good to hear, buddy. I'm glad. Yeah, I heard about the Tigers today, man. No bad news, man. But next week is my Ohio State football games. We're at the Cotton Bowl next weekend. Widescreen. Yeah, the widescreen is perfect. Yeah, that's always perfect on Saturdays. It's the vertical one. So we want most people to stay on the horizontal side because you get to see a little picture of me here. And we'll see how it goes. Anyway, we'll keep going. I kind of tried to write a set list down, but we're gonna just play a bunch of weird stuff today. It's probably going to be a lot of weird stuff. We do have a new Ju G song of the week. I don't have a song of the week myself, but we do of course, have a Ju G song of the week, which is always good. So we're going to do 621. Let's see if I can find that one. I remember I pulled out a bunch of songs the other day to play, like on Christmas Day, and we only played like half of them, so I've been trying to work through them and see what we got. This one's called 0621. that in a minute. That's a pretty cool one. Yeah, let's see. It's not bad. It's only when I talk. You can kind of see the guitar going, but it's like a little off center. I gotta think how I get that right. Anyway, we'll keep messing with it. But thanks everybody for hanging out tonight. It's a Saturday. You know how the Saturdays go. Let's see. I don't even know if there's like any views going on it, honestly. Anyway. Tazi, what's up, buddy? That's right. The true fans are here. That's what we're talking about right there, bro. You gotta know that. Natasha, is that the same guitar behind you, or there's some difference? It's the same model guitar, yes, indeed. But yeah, that one's blue and this one's black. I have several of these particular models. They're my favorite model that Jackson makes. Darrell says, I can't wait to see you. Me too, buddy. Me and my mom, we're ready for that. Don says you can no, you can't actually. You can and you can't because everything's controlled on the OBS horizontal. Now I could move the camera a little bit, but I gotta figure out which way to go with it because I can turn the camera a little bit. Maybe that might help. Let's see if that helps. I got the horizontal, the vertical stat is it's all what you call it, delayed like crazy over there. But yeah, I'm gonna try that down at least. I have my camera, my 4K camera has a program where I can move it around and zoom in, zoom out, all that kind of good stuff. Natasha says, look, both black for me. Really? It's a dark candy blue. Meow in the house, how you doing? He says, you're professionalism, talent, and passion are refreshing in the world of the music industry. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's very, very kind of you there. I think we got the chat covered. Yeah, chat's chilling. I don't know if this live stream's going off. I don't know how it's looking on the, what you call it, the vertical side. I don't know if it's even going to work, you know. My goal was to try and maybe attract some viewers, you know, because usually when I do the live streams for the vertical, I get, you know, a lot of new subscribers and stuff. But in the end, it really doesn't matter. Saturday is what it is. It's a filming day. It's a chill day. But you never know. We're going to try it. Thank you, Chris. Let's see what I got else in the bag here. All right. I think we're going to rock out on this next one here, I think. I think this is a rocking one. Let's see what we got. see. All right, I think I can move the camera a little bit. It seemed to work. It seemed it didn't work. I don't know. I don't know. It's a test. It's all a test. But yo, thanks everyone for chilling out, man. Let's see. All right. What's next on the list? That was that one. All right, 11:22. Okay. So that's got a list of tunes. I'm just gonna run through them and see what happens. All right. Well, let's move along. Thank you, Donald. Yeah, that's like a classic '80s style jams, like whatever. I don't know. It's fun. You can get real aggressive in it for sure, playing that one. So it's kind of fun. I remember some of this stuff I don't remember writing. That's why I kind of like I started picking stuff like I haven't heard that in a while. I haven't played over that in a while. So I've been trying to find all these things I haven't played over in a while. That's a pretty rocking jam, though. I like it. All right, pretty good with some vocals on it too, probably. But yeah. One day. All right, let's see what this is all about. Actually, I might switch it around here. Yeah, no, we'll play this one. Whatever. This is 11:22. Let's see. Oh, that was 11:22. That's not too shabby right there. Interesting song. That's recent too. Let's see. 0830. I haven't played this one in forever, and it's probably gonna be bad, but we're gonna try it nonetheless because I was trying to remember it earlier. I don't know. Philly Rockabilly says, "Hey Rick, any advices to sweep picking?" Sure, man. And we get this question often, very often, very often. My advice is two things, and it's all about synchronization. First thing you want to do is just put your hand across your left hand across the fretboard so everything's muted, right? With your right hand, you need to practice this sweeping motion, and you have to make sure that every note rings is perfect. It can't be like this. This is bad. It's got to be nice, a solid fluid motion. Gently gliding. You don't have to hold your pick hard either. Hold your pick as light as you can. I mean, you can see I can like hold this pick on my finger. It sticks to my finger. I'm doing it very lightly, holding it very lightly. This is hard. If I hold hard, it's not bad. But you can do it real light, up and down. That's sweet, right? Once you get that motion down, once there's no bad notes. You want to practice just a standard like major arpeggio, for example. Right? You do the top two strings, a 3-note. And you do the 4-note. And then you add the 5th. And you add the 6th. See how, but you have to practice it all like that, but slowly, very slowly. People want to jump right into sweeping. Do everything slowly. So a nice click track be like, So that's the quick answer for you. But for sure, like if you really want to delve into it, Bradley Hall here on YouTube is one of my favorite guitar players to watch. He's a true teacher of stuff like that. He does have a sweep picking lesson, like 10 to 15 minutes long. He gets pretty heavy doing it, but that's the quick and easy answer for you, Philly Rockabilly. Natasha says, "I love the way you go into detail when answering questions." Thank you. I try, Sometimes I'm not the most detailed, but I try. Dranger announced, "What's up, buddy?" He said, "Hope you had a very Merry Christmas, brother." Thank you, bro. Yes, sir. Thank you. It was very nice for us. Hope you and your family had a great one too, bro. NES4 said, "Getting satchy on that last tune a little bit." I never got into Joe that much. I had Surfing with the Alien. That was about it. I really didn't listen to much. Maybe whatever else was a couple songs on MTV that they had. But it was never really an influence to me. I do appreciate him. I appreciate him and Steve Vai. Both were not influences on me, but I listen to their music and it's very good. Dranger, yo, what's up, bro? He drops a super chat in the house. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I don't even know how to. Can I like it on this? I'm gonna see if I can like it on here. There we go. I can heart it over here. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Hope you're having a great day and a great holiday week here. Yeah, one more week to go. We're in 2026. I couldn't believe Christmas came and went. It was so fast how Christmas came. But there you go. A can of biscuit. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. All right, let's keep moving. And yes, he agrees. Surfing with the Alien and a Top Gun song is, but yeah, for sure. That was a cool album. I really like that album. I enjoyed listening to it. Dan, brother, thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much for doing that. We appreciate you, brother. I hope you're having a great week and hope you have a great New Year coming up, brother. It's always good to see you, and thank you, sir. He says, "Respect always, big brother. You're so much." Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. I do. All right, what we got next here? Oh yeah, this is that crazy classical song. Hopefully I can get it right, man. I kind of don't remember it. I kind of do, but we'll flub our way through it, I guess, and see what happens. Some mess ups there. That's a tough song. That's a whole song I played back when I was in college and stuff, and I always remember that melody. It's a really cool melody, and I thought I'd give it a heavy metal vibe to it. It's kind of cool. I was feeling it. All right, what do we got next? Sacred. We haven't played Sacred in a while. If I can find it. I don't think I wrote the word sacred down in this stuff here. But hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. It is a Saturday night, so I appreciate you Where the heck is Sacred? When did I write that song? I thought I wrote it recently. Let's see. I gotta find this song right quick. What is this? That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. Just played that one. Wonderful. Huh. I don't remember when I wrote Sacred. Is this? Did this? Maybe we'll pick it up and play that one. We haven't played that one in a while. Thanks so much, everyone, for hanging out with me. Man. Appreciate it. Where do we leave off with here? Canvas say it's the remix. That's right. Carvalito's feeling that one. There you go, brother. Mojan Guard, he knows what's up. The Concierto de Aranjes. Very nice. Good one, man. You know your music, man. That's a deep cut among most people in the world. Very cool, man. Dan said, thank you, Rick. It was good, brother. I appreciate you. That's awesome to hear, bro. Gotta love it, man. It was a good holiday this year. It was real nice this year. Very nice. I was pretty happy this year. It was pretty chill at my job, and yeah, I can't complain. Sixto said, any comments on the passing of the Cure guitar? I didn't know. I know that happened today. I usually don't read the news on the weekend, man. I didn't even look at Facebook or anything today. But man, that's sad to hear, man. God bless, God rest his soul, man. I mean, I'm not the hugest fan of the Cure or anything, but they were a really cool band. They had some really good songs too. I do remember hearing. I don't ever own their albums or anything, but I remember the stuff on MTV was pretty nice, man. It was pretty. I never switched the channel. I was like, that's kind of cool. It was different. Mike says, hey, Rick, I think I played a show opening for you. Were you with the Rob? Yeah, it was, bro. Yeah. Yeah, from 1999 to 2005, I was with Rob. That's awesome, dude. Very cool to see you, man. Unfortunately, a lot of those days I don't remember too much. I remember bits and pieces of those times. We did play quite a few shows back in the day. But, man, that's really cool to hear, man. What band were you in? Maybe I remember that. Ken Kramer, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Natasha, I mean, yeah, it really depends on the request thing. If I know it, I'll play it. Like, if someone said, hey, Rick, play Judas Priest, Electric Eye, hell yeah, I'll play that. Or Dio, stuff that I know. Unfortunately, if it's something I don't know, I just move on because I'm not here to learn anything. I'm here to play the originals. But, if it's a riff I know or a song I knew from the past, yeah, I usually play it. 9 times out of 10, I'll play it. Some riff or someone's like, play Pantera, bro, or play this, bro, play that, bro. And if I know it, I'll play it for sure. Moja said, thank you for playing it. It has quite a sad undertone, but anyway, yeah, I feel you, bro. Yeah, and I sped it up. If you've heard the original, then you know it's a slow song. It's a very slow song, and it's very it's a very sad song. Rodrigo wrote it, whatever, back in the day, man, and yeah, it was really nice to play on classical guitar. I remember playing it on classical guitar when I was, in college, and the melody always stuck with me. And thank you, buddy, I appreciate that. Oh, okay, yeah, that's awesome, dude. I remember that, yeah. Daytona, man, God, that was a while ago, man. Yeah, Rob used to have us play everywhere, man, which was fun. We loved playing. A lot of times, like if we played local shows, it was usually like a warm-up show to go on tour or whatever. Not that we needed it. He always wanted, we got to do a warm-up show. I'm like, okay. Dude, we practice like 5 times a week. What do we need a warm-up for? Like, I want to see what it's like, I want to see what it sounds like on stage. I'm like, all right. That's cool, man. I haven't been up to Daytona in so long, bro. I moved away from Central Florida. I used to live in Altamont Springs, and I moved away from there in 2010. Moved down to the St. Pete, Tampa side. I haven't been up. We're going up to Orlando next month sometime, late next month. We were up there in June as well. Orlando's nice. I still like going to Orlando, especially because they have White Castle and Friendlies up there. Yeah, absolutely, Mojo. You rock, brother. Thank you so much, man. That truly is awesome, man. I'm glad I could play that for you. There's not too many YouTubers that even know that or can play that song. And it was not my greatest performance. It was decent. It was decent enough. But I haven't played it in a while. I really haven't. Let's play something I know. This one is 0906. We're still working on a title for it. We're getting closer with the title, I think, for this. Shoot, that's a cool song. That's one of my favorites of the new. If there's an album that I record, that one is going on there. That's a cool tune. That one is cool. Now if I can find this Sacred song, we're searching for Sacred. Let's see if we can find it. There you go, Carvalita, man. Good to see you, brother. Cannabis, this man's on fire once again. I've drank enough Mountain Dew. That's what's up. Once the Mountain Dew kicks in, man, it's all over. Dranger in the house, he drops another super chat, bro. Thank you so much, dude. He says, how much to have you autograph the Stormare poster by on Thursday? Oh wow, dude. I mean, shoot, if we're in the same spot, man, I'll do it for free, bro. I'll sign it for nothing, man. No big deal to me. But yeah, where are you at in the world? Cause depending where you're at, that might be a long trip. Well, I appreciate you, brother. Mike said, you guys are awesome. Rob gave me a lot of tips. I was just saying, oh, okay. He's just so cool. He said, thank you, buddy. Yeah, Rob's one of the nicest guys, man, on the planet, dude. He is so cool. He's got nothing to hide, no secrets. And if you ask him a question, he'll totally ask you. And I mean, like I said, and you might not even know the story. I've told the story before, but early 1999, I left this one band I was in. And I started writing songs for, I wanted to be a solo artist. I was writing songs, like instrumental songs and stuff, probably for the year before that and everything. And I had a whole album's worth of tunes ready to go and some vocal tracks and stuff. And I noticed, and I missed this. Back in '96, I don't know if I'm familiar with our Central Florida, but there's a place called the Fairbanks Inn. And it used to be Jam Magazine. You might remember Jam Magazine back then, of course. And the Fairbanks Inn had this show, and it said featuring Rob Rock from Mars Project Drive, and I was like, what? This is like a '96 or '97. I was like, man, I got to go see that, and I forgot to go. I was into a lot of drugs and alcohol way back then, so I totally forgot about it. But then when I remembered later on, I was like, man, I wonder if Rob Rock's in Florida, and I looked him up, and he lived in Oviedo. And I sent him an email and said, hey, man, I'm a huge fan. I love your voice since I was a kid, man. And I have an album I'm trying to work on. Could you sing on it? And he's like, yeah. I sent him some songs. He said, the songs are really cool, dude. Unfortunately, right now, I'm just putting out my own solo album. And I'm looking for a band. I was like, hey, well, if you need anybody, let me know. He's like, well, I'll send you the CD. Learn it, and you can audition. I was like, okay. And he gave me the CD. He sent me the CD. I learned it with in 48 hours. I had the whole CD down pat, note for note from start to finish. And he came over and I played without the CD going. I played the whole track, whole CD for him. And he's like, well, if you want it, you got the job. I'm like, let's go, man. And that was it, man. Philly says, are you family related to Dimebag? I wish, bro. No, I'm not. No, all my family's from Europe, Germany, or Sweden. I was born in America, no other family besides that, and everyone else was born here. But yeah, I do get a lot of you look like Dimebag or Vinny or something like that, which is cool. That means a lot because Dimebag was a great player. I was always loved his playing, and I back in the day, what was it, Vulgar Video? I must have watched Vulgar Video like 1,000 times. Like 1,000 times. I love that, watching that. It was so fun to watch. Let's see. He can't. He said, Dranger knows Rick got the fire within. That's right. Don said, nice song. Good, nice theme, good song. Thank you, buddy. All right, Dranger says, oh, Michigan. Dang, that's a trip, man. He said, oh, I didn't know if you had them or. Yeah, the store just prints them out. The store we use just prints it out and they ship it. I think they're in California or something. It's a whole printing company, and we just upload the designs and everything. But we'll figure something out for you, brother, man. I probably need to buy a bunch of them as well. Don said, you're going to get some stickers. I'm going to put them on Jack. There you go, bro. That's awesome, dude. I need to get some of those stickers, too. I only think Juji bought some stickers, and somebody else bought some stickers recently. Granger said, he's about to send him my Jackson, my guitar, and I don't know. Hey, man, if you send it to me, it's never coming back, man, because I'm not paying for that shipping, man. UPS shipping is ridiculous, man. Lisa, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you, Don. Yeah, it's all good. I got a lot of them, man. You know how Saturdays be. Story time on Saturdays for sure. Always fun, always fun. Mike said he remembers the FBI. He got a few stories from there too. Oh yeah, Jam Magazine. Wow. Oh yeah, I love Jam Magazine, man. Jam Magazine was like because I lived in Altamont, and the head office of Jam Magazine was like right on 436, I think it was. So we'd go there every whatever day they released the magazine and get it. We knew a lot of people there. The band I was in was Wicked Ways, and we were pretty popular, because we were like one of the only true metal bands playing and stuff. And I think in '95 we were nominated for Best Metal Band in True Jam Magazine, which is pretty cool. But yeah, we had a lot of good times over there. Yeah, FBI the Fairbanks Inn always had stories. There's always something going on out there, which is a cool place. Thank you, Dringer. Val in the house. What's up, Val? Good to see you. Dringer said, okay, well, my nieces and nephews that live down there in Tampa Bay, and my daughters live in Charleston. So made this sermon. Yeah, there you go, buddy. He said, I'm about to put my Jackson up for adoption. I feel you, bro. I feel you. I have too many guitars. I never thought I'd start collecting them again. When I quit playing in 2005, I got rid of all my guitars except I kept my one Charvel and I had a Fender Strat. That's all I kept. And then when I started playing again in 2010, I started scooping up guitars left and right. Lisa says, almost forgot about me being live. Oh, no. I was on the fence. I almost thought I wasn't going to go live either. I was like, hey, I'm tired. But then I was like, I need to play something. I need to do something. But we're also trying the the side-by-side vertical stream. Don't know how much it's going, but it's all good. We're trying it out. I don't know if it's doing any good or not. Mike says, ever played? Yeah, we played Lost and Found a bunch. Yeah, I don't think we ever played The Haven. Yeah, I don't think we ever played it. But Lost and Found, that was like kind of down the street from where I lived, and Rob started to become real good friends with those peoples there. The people there, they just let us play whenever we wanted to. And that kind of became our spot for like warm-up shows. Every time we'd go on tour, like I said before, we do these warm-up shows. And now he liked that place a lot. It's a nice little chill club, it's like small, like maybe a couple hundred people could fit in there. And we just get, a good amount of people there hanging out. But it was nice, it was chill. And we knew the sound people and they always hooked us up. Cam Biscuit says, why don't you play live currently? Man, it's all about money, bro. I've talked about it before, man. We live in what's called a pay-to-win era of time, Because if you got money, you can do just about anything. You can do whatever you like. If you don't have money, it takes a little bit more. But yeah, I wouldn't go out and play live like some dirt, some dive bar or something like that around here. That's not what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to do large-scale shows, touring, stuff like that. And that costs money, man. It's about anywhere from $35,000 to $50,000. You can just buy onto a tour. I've got connections with touring booking agents and stuff, and there's tours going all the time. And all you got to do is put your money down, and you in. They give you the bus, you get everything. Everything's taken care of. You just got to pay the money. And unfortunately, I tried to do crypto, that didn't fly. So. We're trying. You never know. We're hoping for some, rich person to be like, play my birthday party for $1 million or something. I'll be right there, for sure. Carson, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Jeremy said they came from the factory with rough fret edges. Has a family friend who owns a guitar shop. You're going to have to do all the setup and stuff. Nice, dude. It's a XT Pro Plus Monarch Barrel. Geesh. Naz, god dang, man. That's a pretty heavy duty guitar. Coconut in the house, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Thank you, buddy. Don says, what if other musicians that you would hire all agree with the idea? No, they wouldn't. I would hire them and pay them directly, with that money, same money. Make sure they had, a per diem and then a weekly pay or a per show and stuff like that. And I got all the dudes, they're ready to go. I've talked to all the people that I know, they're ready to go. So, but yeah, it's just, where's all this money going to come from, man? That's the problem. trying to hit the lottery one of these days, lottery or something. But you never know. I keep putting myself out there, and that's what you never know who's gonna see me. So that's what we're hoping for. And we're also trying, make money on YouTube. And so yeah, we've got some other ideas for YouTube, and I'll be probably starting to do like long form videos this year, trying to get revenue through long form videos, because that's really where the YouTube money's at, is that, and trying to get some sponsorships and things like that, advertisement and everything. Drenger knows touring costs a lot of money, but he's still available for low price of ramen sandwiches. Hey, that's not a bad deal, man. So if you want to get fed, you can do it. But yeah, touring on the road is very difficult, man. And if you have a job that you have at home, you ain't gonna make that money, and unless you have a lot of vacation time, it's tough, man. Mike says Twitch was the sound guy at the Lost Fine. We practically lived there. Yeah, nice, dude. Yeah, it was a nice place. People don't remember. Yeah, I always tell the story because people will come into my chat and go, "Hey, bro, play some Trivium." I'm like, Trivium opened for us when Matt Heffy was 16 years old, and I'll be like, and also, if it wasn't for me telling Matt Heffy to go to Jason Sukoff's Audio Hammer Studios, that would never have happened, But that's the Lost and Found got some stories too, man. It's always cool. There you go, Dranger, cheapest roadie. Donald James says he just has a regular Miss Jackson, but he loves her. That's right. That's a nice guitar you got. There's no doubt. Cam Biscuit side. I mean, you're definitely getting new fans on one. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah. The more the merrier, The bigger we can get, the better. The better the opportunity. So I keep pushing. And I worked my tail off this year, and I'm probably gonna work it off even more next year. So we gotta work. Donald knows. Yeah, dude. He was at 16. He was amazing. He could hit those killers. He could hit the killer vocals at 16 years old. He was ripping it up at 16, dude. He was destined for something. You could tell, like he had it going on. And this is when his dad was like managing the band and stuff way back then. His dad was really cool too, and he was all in, man. He was like, "This is what my son wants to do. We're gonna do it." I was like, "That's really cool, man." I ain't talked to him in a long time, but man, I'm sure if I said what's up, he would remember me. All right, what's next? I'm still looking for Sacred, everybody. I've been wanting to play this week. All right, let me see if I can find this tune. I don't think that's it. All right, we just played that. All right, played that. I found it. All right, I'm gonna write this down so I don't remember, or I don't forget next time. Next tune is Sacred. We're gonna rock this one out. Real quick. Jender says, "Well, if I get rich, I got your back." I appreciate that, brother. Jender says he was like 17 when he got signed. Yeah, just about. Yeah. He was 16 when he was opening for us, and like I said, one night after a show, we're like hanging out, and he's like, "Rick, we need a studio to go to, a better one." And I was like, "Well, there's two options. There's two options, Matt. You get where I was going was called ARS Studios, and it was a very expensive studio. And one of my best friends was the engineers, and owned the studio as well. So I had an in there. He always gave me a family discount. We were best friends for the longest time, and but he wasn't. He knew his production skills. Maybe he didn't know, like, he could produce certain things, but the stuff that Trivium was doing and Matt he wasn't the right type of person to produce. But then I also knew Jason was a very good friend of mine. I'd recorded my album's demos at Jason's Studios, Jason's studio, that is, up in Sanford, the Audio Hammer. And Jason was a weird dude, though. He still is, though. He's an interesting character. But I love him, man, for sure. But but Jason knew metal. Jason knew metal so much, like, unbelievably. He was he was a true metalhead that he was. And I was like, he didn't have the best studio, but he had great equipment, and it was all new. But I was like, Matt, your best bet is go talk to Jason's, tell Jason I sent you. Go to Jason Sukoff at Audio Hammer. That's going to be your guy. And that was it. Just like that, And I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened after that. I just know that he started recording with him, and then it all worked out. Donald says he watched his stream and he warms up bouncing on one leg while playing and saying, "It's good, dude. He's a good one." Donald says, "Remember Morristown?" Oh yeah, I've been to Morristown. It's not too far from where I am right now. But we got to hang out when Chuck was doing the symbolic and I'm not symbolic. I didn't go to symbolic. It was the Sound of Perseverance. I got to hang out down there a little bit during some sessions. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, Jim and Tom are amazing. They're like the men, the metal men, man. They've done so much cool stuff in the past 4 decades. Morristown is now the city of Tampa. I guess bequeathed or whatever you want to call it. Morristown is a historical landmark in Tampa Bay. It's pretty cool. They had a ceremony about a month or two ago. All right, let's see if I can pull this one off. This one's called Sacred. that song. I really like that one. I don't even know where I came up with that one either. I think, yeah, it's one of those. I got these, the choir thing I bought a while ago. It's got all these like really cool Latin phrases, and I started messing with these Latin phrases and came up with that one. But yeah, that's a cool tune. I really enjoyed that one for sure. All right, let's see. A lot of comments. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. James said he believed one of the more obscure labels is Trust Kill. I've never heard that one. Or Victory. I remember Victory Records. Yeah, that's something from the 80s for sure. Val, he's feeling that. Thank you, Val. Mike said the guys from Trivium came to watch them once. We were supposed to do a show with them, I think, and the drummer turned them off. He had issues. Oh, no. Never a fun thing, man. Never a fun thing. Yeah, they were cool. They were cool dudes, man. I mean, I don't remember if who else? I just remember Matt. I never really talked to any other dudes in that band. I don't even know if Corey was the guitarist at the time, another guitarist. This was like the early Trivium, like very, very early. But they were heavy. They were so heavy, man. Stranger said that Black Jackson sounds good. She's going, thank you, buddy. Yeah, this is a nice one, man. I don't know, whatever I did with the setup on this one, the Floyd just hits so hard, man. It hits so nice, man. Don said, what makes the shred run sick is that pinch note at the end. Yeah, I was trying to get it. On the purple guitar I can do it, but yeah, and it's really just I'm just doing 16th notes. I've been really practicing my 16th notes. It's one thing I always slacked on for a while. If you go back to like the Rob Rock era, Leashlight era, my 16th notes were like crazy. And then when I started playing again a couple of years ago, it was like one of the last things I was working on. I didn't think about 16 notes, but yeah, that's a good one. It's like a... You gotta hit that note right. But it doesn't hit so well on this guitar. I think I need to raise this a tiny bit. Lisa, thank you. She said, Dranger says, the way it sings, man, it's just, thank you, bro. Yeah, these old Jackson stock pickups, man, just rip. Lisa says, did I miss Speed earlier? You did not. If you'd like me to play it, Lisa, I'll be more than happy to. I didn't have any plans to, but I'm more than happy to play it. Let's load it up. When Lisa makes a request, we play that one. Uh-oh, I hear wild stuff happening outside my door. Where is Speeder? Where is Speeder? Hold on, I gotta find Speeder. I swear, man, oh, here it is. This setup is so different from my daily setup. I don't know where some songs are just not organized properly. Dranger says, Throwdown and Walls of Jericho signed to Trust Kill. I mean, well, I don't think I've heard of Walls. I know Walls of Jericho from Halloween. I never heard knew there was a band. Jaron said there were some pretty big band names. You think, nice. Lisa says, thank Rex, and please, you got it. Jaron said, oh wow, Memphis May Fire. Oh yeah, I've heard of that band. I don't know their stuff. So many bands out there. We were talking about the other day, there's so many bands, it's like impossible to keep up anymore. Angus Young, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. It's pretty much to the point I just don't listen to anything new. Unless someone's like really like, yo, you got to check this out. And I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. But I don't go looking. Let's say I don't go looking for new stuff to listen to. That's one thing. Drainer said he bought their compilation CD back in 2005, and that's how I found it. Nice. Don said for him, it's all about Wild Hunts. He got mine. Yeah, nice, man. Yeah, I remember they sound pretty good, man. You posted something on a Discord, and it sounded pretty cool. I'll have to check that out a little more, man. Lisa's ready. She's already hanging on. We got you, Lisa. We got you. This one's for Lisa. Let's get some Speeder up in here, yo. Buckle up, everybody. It's time. speeder it up, man. That's still a crazy jam. That's like a crazy jam of just nothing but shredding going on, man. Whew. I'm gonna have to slow it down for the next one. Let me see, Live Forever. I got Live Forever listed here. Oh, let's see. Maybe we'll do an acoustic version of Live Forever instead. What time is it? 10:15. All right, we'll do a couple more. Anyone got any ideas? Donald, you always got something you want to hear, man. Let me know. Any originals? We'll play a couple more originals, and then we'll switch over to the acoustic. And Don said he was ready for that one. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you, Angus. You're welcome, Lisa. Appreciate you. Angus said, keep it up, man. Don said he sweated that one out. That was a little extra. There was a little extra spice going on that one, man. This guitar's got this particular guitar though, compared to the purple one, it's got like a beefier sound to it. It seems it feels beefy. Mike, he said, "Well, alrighty then." Thank you, brother. Thank you. Philly says, Rick, your thoughts on CC DeVille's guitar? I mean, I hesitate to speak bad of anybody, but I don't think he was a great guitarist or anything. No, let's say that. He did what he he fit well with that band. He was right for that band. But I don't think I ever heard him do anything that was like impressive enough for me to be like, wow, that dude's, what's up, man? There's a lot of players out there that I've seen that are like, they don't play very much on albums and stuff, but then you see them on somewhere else doing something, and you're like, well, okay, whoa. Like Mark Tremonti, for instance, he doesn't shred on like Creed albums at all. But then you see him like just hanging out and chilling, man. That dude can shred. That dude can shred, man. There's a lot of like that. But yeah, CC, I've never seen CC outside of his element doing anything crazy. And I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm not too sure. But Mark St. John, though, Mark St. John was a very talented player. God bless him, man. God rest his soul, man. It's one of those dudes, man, that he was taken too soon. He had a lot of potential in this world. And man, but yeah, Mark St. John, I will say, was a very, very talented guitar player. Ain't no doubt about that. All right, Lisa wants Storm Rider. Donald, no, they're the same pickups. I think they might be positioned a little different. Like if you listen to like the rhythm. The pickups, like this pickup's way meatier than the other one. This is like a good rhythm guitar. But yeah, it's a nice. It's got some tones to it, but yeah, it seems thicker. Like the tones on this guitar, even it seems thicker. So I don't know how to adjust the height of these pickups. They seem like they're the same, like they've never been changed, but they seem. Whatever. Like I said, that purple guitar for some odd reason is magical. It's got some magic to it. I don't know what it is, but man, it's magic, that purple guitar. I don't know what it is. We got Storm Rider. All right, Storm Rider, Chaotic Calm. That's it. We'll do those two, and then we'll do some acoustics. Journalista says, I'm here every night. Sometimes I comment, sometimes I just watch, but I'm always around. Obrigado, mi amigo. Thank you so much, brother. Ink says, you have the same pickups that I do. Yeah, these are, I've said it in the past, these are so similar to Seymour Duncan, like a Duncan Rails, Duncan JB. That's basically what these are, based on my investigative reports. Val's have Jill St. John, there you go, remember her? What was she on, what was that? She was on something back. I remember she was on some show back in the day. Mike says his friend beat CC DeVille in a jam contest and he got mad and wanted to fight. Wow. It sounds like it, man. Sounds like it. Like I said, I don't think he was he knew how to play guitar. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. The man knew how to play guitar. He could play rhythm. He could play lead. Was it the greatest ever? No, not really. But, when you're in that spotlight, you get elevated, your whole presence get elevated in the world. Yeah, so you get guitar magazine covers and articles about you. Dranger said he'll stick to the chunky chugs and playing acoustic. I've tried shred when it comes to sounding. You sound like a dying squirrel. Dang, man. I feel you. Don said you can reposition. Yeah, you can use the screws to change the height of them. Yeah, you can raise them up or lower them. I'm afraid to do that at all. I don't know. I don't want to mess with it. You know, 'cause this one actually sounds cool. This one's be like if I do any studio stuff, this would be a good one for the recording rhythms and stuff. It's got a real tight rhythm tone to it. Man, where'd Juji? Man, we ain't seen Juji in a couple of nights. Was she on the Discord at all today? Hope she's okay. She did send me a song, but I hesitate playing if she's not going to be here. But yeah, check it out. But like, all right, we're going to play this riff. Anyone recognize this riff? Tell me if you recognize. Juji would know that riff. Juji would know that riff. Mustang announced, what's up, buddy? Good to see you tonight, man. Harvey Danger announced too. What's up, buddy? Donald said she was at his stream. What, were you streaming today? And you said, I do, but I don't know the name. Okay. That's an old one right there, man. I heard it on the radio yesterday, and I said, wow, that's a cool riff, man. All right, what are we doing? Are we doing Storm Rider and Chaotic Calm? So we'll do Storm Rider first, then Chaotic Calm. If I can find it. There's Storm. All right, Storm Rider. All right, this one's for Lisa. She want to ride that storm too. Let's do it. Storm Rider. Man, I played that. Did I actually play? I don't think I played that all week. It sucks when you don't play stuff. You forget stuff. I probably forgot a few bits and pieces of that. But man, we got through it. All right, there was K out of Calm. All right, K out of Calm. All right, got it. Let's see. All right, cue that one up. All right, what else we got? Good to see everybody hanging out, having a good time. So Donald said he saw Juju yesterday. Okay, I hope she's okay, man. I hope she's okay. I didn't look at the Discord today at all, so usually I don't do much on the weekends, man. You think? I don't know. Yeah, I may open up an app, but after that, man, I try and stay away from social media on the weekends, man. It's like it kind of clears my brain from not looking at that stuff. Lisa had the storms out; she's ready. Random Florida man says, "Can I put in a request for Intimidator?" Yes, sir. You got it, my friend. We will play Intimidator. We'll play that after this one. Promise you that. Let's see. Angus said, "Good gosh, you are so good." Thank you, Angus. I appreciate that. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you, Lisa. Mustang feeling it. Thank you, brother. Mustang said, "Rick can play that guitar to perfection." Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Planet Trade in the house said, "You absolutely incredible musician. Thank you for sharing with us your talent." Thank you so much, Planet Trade. Appreciate that. Very, very kind of you, dude. Thank you so much, man. I truly do appreciate it. It means a lot to me when I see things like that. Thank you. Carvalito's feeling that. Thank you, Carvalita. Let's see. Hank's like, dang, bro. I went crazy on that one for sure. JB Cook said, "Yep, this is exactly why I subscribed. That's right here, fire." Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. Val Kimber, thank you so much. Mustang, thank you. Phil said, "That last high note was so Andy. Oh, dude, Andy LaRocque's my hero, bro. He's in my top 5 for sure." There's 5 guitar players in my list, you know, that I basically took everything from them, like Yngwie, Richie Blackmore, Uli Roth, Al Di Meola, and Andy. And each of those guys, I learned like an entire album's worth of songs. Like for Andy, I learned most of Fatal Portrait, but I learned every single thing on Abigail. I could play Abigail from start to finish when I was young. And I play all his solos, and I could play Michael Denner's solos too, but Andy's were the ones that I love playing. And he's one of my heroes, dude. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you noticing, because Andy is an underrated guitar player in this world. And if I can make Andy LaRocque known more to people, God willing, I will. Oh, Donald said he got a message from Juji. She got a cold. It might have fever. Oh no. That's never fun. I hate being sick. I haven't been sick in a long time. I've gotten some sniffles and nothing crazy, but like flu sick or anything like that, oh my God, it's been a while. Probably like pre-COVID era. My God, but yeah, being sick nowadays is the worst. I mean, whatever goes around is like so crazy, man. It just gets you all messed up. You don't know if it's COVID or not anymore. Angus said, "What type of guitar you started on?" It was a Gibson, an old Gibson, a 60s Gibson, I think it was, 63. I think it was called an LP 150. It's old. I don't know if I have I used to have a picture of it. I always forget. I need to have that picture ready when people ask. I wonder if that is a LP 150. I wonder if this is the one. I kind of don't remember exactly. Oh yeah, there you go. Or the ES 150. It was very similar. It's not this one. I'll show you what it looks like. It wasn't exactly like this, but it was very similar to this. This isn't the one, but my first guitar was very similar to this. Very, very similar to this. But it's not this model. I gotta look it up again. But yeah, that was hard to play, man. That was so hard to play, man. That was horrible. I found it on Reaver what the exact guitar was, but I don't remember the name exactly. I got pictures of it somewhere around here. Man, that sucked. That guitar sucked to play. Look at this one, man. Yeah, it was very similar to that. Yeah, that's an ES 150. It was something in that range, something in that vein. But yeah, Those were the days, man. Those were the days. Why is it? Wow. The stream is so delayed on my in the browser. I'm showing that guy sweet picking from like an hour and a half ago. What the hell? That's some serious delayed. Natasha, just curious, but what's the name of the slowest, chillest song you play on the electric guitar? It's a good question. Yeah, I was gonna play it on acoustic, but yeah, I have a song called "Live Forever" that's super chilled out. I don't think I play anything fast on it. I also have a blues song that's really super chill as well. I have a few. I've got a lot of ballads and stuff I've written. But yeah, there's a song called "Live Forever." We're gonna play it on acoustic actually, because we're gonna play some heavy stuff next. But yeah, Live Forever" is probably one of the chillest because it has no shredding at all in it. Donald said he hates being sick. It's like you can't have any fun. Yeah, I know. The worst time, I got the flu one time, and I learned a lesson. If you ever get sick, don't do anything. I mean, take medicine or whatever, but I'm saying don't exert any energy, because any energy that you use, you start to feel worse. I learned this a long time ago. I used to play this game called The Division. Me and my friend were playing it, and I got real sick one time, and I started feeling better, and I started playing this game. I was using so much energy playing this game that I started coming back, and I was like, wow. And I'm like, all right, that's a good idea. And after the next time I got sick into that, I didn't do nothing. I would just sit there on my couch, lay on my couch, watch TV, no energy exertion at all. And I got better faster. I got better quicker. Val says, you can if you take enough NyQuil. You want to know something about NyQuil, man? When I was probably like 19 or 20, I got the flu real bad. I lived in Virginia Beach, and I got the flu really bad. And I didn't have health insurance or anything like that, So I started just taking NyQuil like crazy. I took so much NyQuil that I was like on a different time zone. I started living on a different time zone. I was on so much NyQuil. I got better though. And you can say he started on a classic guitar from 1949. Dang, dude, that's old school, man. But yeah, we in the same boat, man. My guitar was mega old too, man. Tosh said, I love to hear something on either guitar. Yeah, we're going to break out the acoustic here in a minute. We're not going to play as much acoustic as we would as usual. Donald said, the community I was at before it came here today was very bitter and chaotic. It's much more chill. Yeah, buddy. Can of Biscuit, thank you, Dr. Rick. I know. Can of Biscuit, you're in Virginia too? Nice, dude. I lived in Virginia, I think it was 1990? 90, 91, around that time. I can't remember. But yeah, there was a magazine down there, and they were interested in me and my singer at the time. My singer decided not to go. And I said, screw it, I'm going. And tried to start a band. There was a drummer down there I'd always been talking to. Excuse me. And yeah, we could never really get the band going too much. And then it came to a point I found a band to join. I joined that band. They were pretty well known in the area and stuff. But yeah, there was a lot of trouble down there. I'll probably never speak of it, but there was some trouble down there. I had to get out of it. I got out of Virginia real fast. I'd never been back. Let's just say that. There you go. Yeah, down knows Dr. Rick. That's what's up. Canvas said, do you remember Claude Zirkle? It doesn't sound familiar. I remember the two places I used to go were the Skippers. We went to Skippers, and I went to Peppermint Beach Club. Those were like the two big places to hang out. And there was a couple gentlemen's clubs that I used to go to frequently back in the day. But yeah, I don't remember that name. The biggest name out of Virginia was Norfolk, Virginia Beach area was Scotty Misho. Everyone talked about Scotty Misho or Misho. Dude's a sick guitar player, and he was sick back then too. But that's everyone always talk about. Oh, Scotty Misho, man, he's the best. Scotty Misho, he's the best guy. Like, is he really good, man? That's cool. It's cool. Okay, Claude Zirkle was a band. I don't remember them, man. I don't remember him playing at Skippers, but Skippers was like a place where it was like a lot of rotating touring bands came through there, like B-level or whatever. Val said, "Were you moonshine?" No. I wish. No, I don't wish. No, it's crazy times. That's all I can tell you. No one will ever know. I will never try to never tell anybody. It's bad news, man. But I was young. I was still 19. I was like 19 years old, so it wasn't so bad. But I don't know. I got out of there. Let's say. Hey, here you go, Don. Rick's like the Dukes of Hazzard. I'll say you want to meet my cousin Daisy. I don't know. I don't have a cousin Daisy, but I remember Daisy from that show. That's funny. All right, well, we got chaotic calm to do. We got to rip through this stuff. I'm starting to get hungry. Let's go. We might just skip the classical altogether and do. I was gonna do Live Forever to end the show, so we might just do that on electric. Save me the trouble. But let's do chaotic calm, and then we're gonna do Intimidator. Let's rip it. a con right there. If you know, you know. Ooh wee, that's a crazy jam right there. Shoot, unbelievable. That's like 200 beats per minute. That one. It's pretty wild. A little crazy, but doable. I do have one that's 210. I don't play it too often. That does get that. I gotta be real warmed up for that 210. That's for sure. But thanks everybody for hanging out and watching that one. That was a crazy one. Canvas said he played the Flood Zone. I don't think I ever heard of that, man. Like I said, I was only there for like a year, and I lived in East Ocean View, and then we always go to Virginia Beach. Virginia Beach was not too far off from there. I didn't go too very far to many places. I think the first I went to Richmond. I went to Richmond to go see Queensryche. What about the Scope? Is the Scope that little kind of mini arena, the Scope, still in Virginia? Because I remember going there. That was a pretty cool place. D. Bros in the house. He says he moved to Austin. Everyone was saying you got to hear Eric Johnson. I did, and I wanted to burn my gear. Eric was crazy, dude. Can of biscuit. I need a taco. I think we're doing chicken tenders tonight again. Val Kimmer's feeling that. Thank you, Lisa. Val had the fire department ready to go for that. Bob, thank you, buddy. Harvey said, my phone is about to start smoking. Rick's on fire. You know we do. Angus got a roll, but he said, keep rocking. Thank you, brother. Have a great rest of your night. Stranger said, Rick can sure make her sing. That's right, buddy. Thank you. James Pachetto, he says, Rick, how do you set up your backing tracks that back you up? Yeah, cool, man. No problem. I can show you how. I'll show you what I do. So basically I use this. It's called Studio One. It's made by a company called PreSonus, which is a huge, recording equipment company, and they created this. And basically, what I do, these tracks are already mixed and mastered. Like basically all these tracks here, I record them on a different file, and I do everything there. And then I record the guitars, do all the drums, the basses, keyboards, all that kind of stuff, and I mix it down. And I master in a different program, and then I just import that mastered track into here. So these are all the tracks that I have that I've been working on for the last 3 years, and it's a ton. I think the originals stop right about, this is the last original. So it's 141 original songs, and then these are like album tracks. Got my album, some Leash Law stuff, some War of Thrones stuff, and then these are all like cover songs or cover solos. Up in there, so we got a lot of stuff in here. And then at the very bottom, I got all of Ju G, one of our moderators here. She does backing tracks too, and she's giving me all these backing tracks to play with. So yeah, it's a pretty great program. I really enjoy it. I used Pro Tools most of my whole life, but then when I came back to playing guitar again, I didn't really know what to do, and I was using like a hacked version of Pro Tools on a crummy laptop. And one of my best friends here in Florida, he had a license for Studio One. He's like, dude, I'll give you a license, check it out and see if you like it. And I was like, all right. And I did. I enjoyed it. It was very user-friendly. It was welcoming to someone that knew how to use Pro Tools. And then I think early this year, last Christmas, I bought my own copy of it, the most recent version of it. And it works really well. It's a great program. I do have Pro Tools though. I use it for other things, but yeah, the Studio One's great for me making my demo songs and stuff, and it's really good. But yeah, I do pay a subscription to Pro Tools as well. Because Pro Tools is still the industry standard for sure. James said, that's incredible. Thanks for sharing. My pleasure, buddy. Metal Mark says, you're one of the few guitarists that I know that can handle doing the guitar solos that some of the Japanese bands. I know, man. We cut from the same cloth, Mark, me and all the Japanese players, the classical music, man. And, most Japanese musicians have incredible work ethic, incredible discipline, incredible dedication, which is all the things that I used to my advantage as a young kid. You're welcome, JB. Thank you, buddy. Philly says, Rick, what do you consider more important, a good effect pedal or a good amplifier? A good amplifier, yeah. The amplifier is where it's at. I use a Marshall JCM 2000 DSL 100s. It don't need no pedal. It's got it's got everything in it all ready to go. Unfortunately, yeah, if you have a bad amp, then a good pedal could fix that problem, you know. But if you have a good amp, you shouldn't need a distortion pedal at all, I don't think. Or if you know how to use it. But yeah, distortion's always nice. You know, I used to use pedals like when I was a kid. I used to use them all the time. But yeah, I think that's probably the best advice. AP, what's up, dude? Good to see you, brother. No problem, Lisa. Val says Rick does classical translate into rockabilly. I don't know. I'm not what do you say? I'm not too knowledgeable of rockabilly. I've heard, you know, like Stray Cats, I guess. But you could, if you were smart, you know, intelligent enough, I guess you could probably make it work. You could make it work. A lot of people have done some, like I watch like Dennis Pana here on YouTube, and he does stuff like what if Motorhead played Crazy Train, and he does it. He just has the mindset to like hear a song and then twist it into another version, which is pretty cool. But also, there's a lot of Japanese. Yeah, you know, you're right, man. I got a friend, one of the guys that was on the touring, our touring group. I still hang with him on Facebook, and he posts a bunch of stuff. He still does touring. You know, he's just like a sound guy. And boom, yeah, he showed me a bunch of players over there. I was like, wow, he was the Ventures was one he was doing. I don't know if they're rockabilly, but I think they were. Laurel said, why did it think I wasn't subscribed to 5? I don't know. You've always been subscribed, haven't you, Laurel? We turned it on. We're trying something new tonight with YouTube. I don't know if it worked or not. I don't think it worked. We'll have to see. But always good to see you, Laurel. Bob knows Dennis Pond Dennis is great. I love watching him. He does some cool stuff. Donald says Alex No is the newer guitar player from Korea. He's been watching. He's been nice. I'll have to check him out. I always love a good new guitar player, man. That's the crazy thing about YouTube and stuff, man. There's always some new guitar player every day. Someone new's putting out a video. Some new guitar player's putting out a video. They could be from here in America. They could be overseas. They could be in Europe. Always somebody, man. Every day. YouTube is crazy like that. Everyone got to start somewhere. That's right. Mel Mark says most Japanese that are interested in music learn piano at a young age and it's classical. When they get into metal, they use that as a foundation. True. Yeah. Absolutely, bro. I was not some classical pianist. You know, my dad taught me how to play piano, and I could play stuff like The Entertainer and certain other bits and pieces of stuff, but I was never classically trained on a piano. But I knew how to play it, and I knew how to read the notes, and my dad taught me all that kind of stuff. For me, it was different. When I learned guitar, when I became good enough on guitar, I transferred all my guitar knowledge back to piano. So the stuff I can play on guitar, minus the 30-second note stuff, I can play on a keyboard or a piano, which is pretty cool. So it was kind of opposite for me. I just went backwards from what the Japanese mostly do, which is crazy, but that's how we roll. All right, we had a request for the Intimidator, so we're going to play that. And then we'll end with the electric version of Live Forever. How about that? All right, here we go. Intimidator time. Good request, bro. Good request, man. I enjoy that one. I'm still always trying to find new melodies and stuff to add to it, but yeah, that's a fun one to play. Aggressive. It's so aggressive, that one. All right, so from aggressive, we go to some serious, chill stuff next. We're going to do Live Forever. We're going to end with the song with Live Forever. We'll probably play this again on New Year's Eve, because that's always a good one to go with. I'm going to tune my guitar really quick before I go into that. It sounds a touch off. We'll see. It's not too bad. We're like a micro millimeter above, tiny bit sharp. I mean, the tiniest bit. That's what happens, man. We play these Floyd Roses. You beat these Floyd Roses up, man. The strings will definitely go they won't go out of tune, but they will go slightly out of tune. Like they'll stay in the same, like when you, like watch, I'll show you this, this is a tuner I use. Well, you can see, like they'll stay, like all the strings will stay in the same spots. If you see that the little green, see how that goes up? It's just, I gotta bring it back down. But they all stay in the same spot, like, you know, when you tune them, like, see how they're all going up, just a slight micro tone up above? But they're all in the same area. Okay. That's my tuner, everybody. That's how we roll. Let's see, okay. Kill that. We got one more tune and we're gonna head on out for the show. Let's see what we got here. JB said he's looking up these guitar players up. Definitely take like, yeah, so many of them, dude. So many, bro. Val Kimmer knows number 3. That's right, brother. Hey, Ram's like, you're welcome, everyone. Indeed. That's a good one. Natasha was feeling it. Thank you, Natasha. Random, he liked that one. Thank you, brother. Down said tricky because there's a fridge in 50. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it changes keys like 3 times real fast, because you got the verse is, oh, it would help if I turn my amplitude back on. Like the verse is in D minor. And then that's the chorus, and the verse is all the G minor. And then I switch to A, when I'm doing the like pre-chorus part, it's like, that's still in G, and then we switch to, then back to D. So it kind of goes around a quick modulation there. AP said, this is seriously good cut, heavier than usual, but still classy and classic. Bring more of the same. You know that's right, brother. It's this guitar, man. This guitar has got a real heavy tone to it. It's really nice. Philly says, Rick, do you like Kramer guitars? One of my dream guitars is a Kramer Vintage Pacer. He's like, nice, dude. I never liked them, no. My friends had them. I tried them, of course. The neck felt like a baseball bat to me, like worse than a Fender. I didn't like the way the neck felt. I didn't like the headstock either, honestly. That's just a personal preference there. Headstock doesn't matter, it doesn't do anything. But it didn't like the headstock. It looked like a Nike swoosh to me. I always like the pointy Charvel and Jackson stuff. But yeah, I mean, they sounded good. My friends had those guitars. I think he had it had one pickup, like a Floyd Rose, one humbucker. I don't know if they had one volume knob on it. It was white too. It's nice. It sounded amazing. Like I was like, dude, that sounds so good. But yeah, when I tried playing, I was like, oh, I don't like how this feels, man. Compared to my Charvels. Mel Mark says some great guitar players, you know, Joe Satch, you know, Steve Vai, McAlpine, Johnson, Gary Moore, of course, Frank Marino, yeah, John Petrucci, Beckers. I mean, dude, the list goes on. I could sit here for 10 minutes and tell you all these great guitar players out in the world. There's so many. Don says he try not to tune up and tighten the strings on the Floyd too much. Yeah, I try to keep my strings looped after I tighten. Yeah, what I do, and I don't string them like normal people string them. I guess I string it right through and start turning. Some people do that wrapping, so I don't do the wrapping on these guitars. It goes right through the hole, and I start screwing, and I start tightening it up. That's it. I let it sit for like about a week. Like my purple guitar, I changed the strings on that like earlier this week, and it's just sitting there chilling, man. But I also do like I leave the locking nuts open, and I sit there and wham on the bar like hardcore, like all the way down, all the way up a bunch of times, so it really stretches everything out. And then yeah, I'll leave that for like a week, and then I'll tune it up, and then before I tune it up, I'll do a bunch more whams on it, and then I'll get it nice and tuned up. I'll lock it up, and I don't super tighten it either. I like finger tight lock. It's pretty, you know it's locked, but I'm not like over tightening it. Let's say never over tighten it, and that's it, man. And usually they stay in tune pretty well. And it's usually like if you saw my tuner, it's only like a microtone off. You know, it's not even like some crazy stupid out of tune. It's just like a microtone, and that's usually how it goes. Well, that's how we roll on that. All right. One last tune. I got to get out of here and go chill. Got Call of Duty to play, and you know how that is. All right, let's see. Hope I remember the key of this. All right, we'll try it out. Live Forever. Let's see what we got here. cool song. I can't remember. There was a part I was screwing up, man. I feel bad though. This is what happens when you don't play these songs very often, because I haven't played that in a while. But it's like the chorus part is like. I don't know what I was playing. It took me like 3 tries to figure it out. That's what happens, though. That's what happens, though. But yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. I truly do appreciate it, man. And gentlemen and ladies, I appreciate you. Laurel said, "What happened to the acoustic?" It just didn't happen tonight. It didn't happen tonight. We just kept playing electric tunes, and Juji wasn't here. She's not feeling too good, so. And she did have a song of the week, but we'll play it next week. I promise you that. But yeah. That's the first time we haven't done an acoustic in a long time. But to be fair, I need a lot of content. I'm running out of videos, so I need as much content as possible. But yeah, we'll do acoustic next week for guaranteed. It just so happened we just kept going with the jams. The electric was fire tonight. Stranger, thank you, buddy. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate you, buddy. Metal Mark said, "Don't remember hearing this before." At least not one play. Yeah, we played it maybe twice, maybe, if we're lucky. Jenner said, "My daughter loved this. We're watching on TV and I'm typing on the phone. This is beautiful." Thank you so much, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you, JB. Image 30, what's up, bro? Great to see you, man. Thank you, man. JB said, "You don't hear this one very often." Yeah, I haven't played that in a minute, man. A minute. It's probably been a couple months. When did I write it? I can tell you when I wrote it. I wrote it in September. Yeah, probably mid-September is the date was 09/13/25. So yeah, that's like 3 months ago. I played it maybe twice, maybe once, in between there somewhere. But yeah, it's a really cool song. Not to be whatever. It's probably one of the best ballads I've ever written in my life. You know, I've written some pretty decent ballads, but that one hits differently, you know. It hits different, I think. It's just got some really cool change. There's no key change or anything like that, really. It's just modulation of chords and things. But I wrote it all on piano originally, which was cool. Probably my first real piano ballads that I wrote. James, he's talking about that Viking soldier's dream. I know, right? Planet Trace, I love this song you just played. Did you write this amazing song? It's called Live Forever, right? Yes, correct, yeah. It's called Live Forever. I wrote it in September. Something happened in the world around that time, and I was pretty compelled to write something about it, man, and that's what it's about. Mark said, "In the realm of Gary Morrison." Thank you, buddy. Yeah, Gary had that jam, man. That's that vibe, dude. Love Gary. The Experience said, "So a lady named Kayla Kent just came across my feed. Have you ever done duets? She's doing a lot." I don't think she knows me, or I know her. Yeah, I know of her for sure. Yeah, great, amazing guitar player. I would hedge a bet that she's actually related to Dimebag. Maybe Dimebag's hidden child. She can play Pantera stuff like no one's business, man. It's really amazing. But yeah, Kayla's awesome. And she has a huge live stream crowd for her stuff. But yeah, be nice. But yeah, I don't think she even knows about me, dude. For all intents and purposes. But she's a great guitar player. I got nothing else to say about that, man. She's really, really good. Stranger says, "Don't even feel bad for a mess up, dudes. That's what makes me." I know, man. It's the notes, man. I don't play the notes, and I play so many songs I have in so many different keys. And once I get going, I know what I'm doing. But man, sometimes I just forget, and I haven't played that in a while. But I appreciate that, man. Bob, you're welcome, buddy. Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Thank you, Donald, man. Have a great night. Yeah, no problem, Laurel. Yeah, it doesn't happen very often, but yeah. Yeah, we're hoping Juji feels better. The Exterminator, happy holidays, brother. Thank you so much. Stranger says, "Hey, bro, I want you to have an amazing night. Just letting you know, and early in case you hop off. I appreciate you lives for sure. Just chilling and listening. I appreciate you, man, for hanging with us, man. I'll do." JB says, "I like the way it hits, man." Thank you, buddy. Planet says that song you just played is one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard in my life. Thank you, dude. That means more than anything to me, man. So it means the world to me when I see a comment like that, because that's all I ever wanted to do, just write songs, and hopefully one person in the world likes it, And I've done 3 major albums, and I never know. Those were back in the day when there wasn't much internet, and I could never know who was enjoying it or who loved it. As long as one person liked it, man, that's all that mattered to me. But I appreciate it, dude. Dranger says, "Live forever, bro." That's an amazing piece. We just sat listening. Thank you, buddy. Val says, "Is Corey Feldman also done?" I don't know. It's possible. Feldman, Abbott. You never know. His mother. It depends on what Dimebag Darrell was that day. Bob said he put Kayla on hold, had to watch it. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, Natasha. Mel Mark said he posted a 9-year-old girl in China that covers Far Beyond the Sun. I might have seen that, but I'll look again. Donald knows. Kayla is fantastic and very popular indeed. True statements, both true statements. And she's up there. I think she's close to 100,000. She's like, last time I looked, she had like 90-something thousand subscribers. So, she's doing good, man. And that's awesome. And her videos are super clean. All her solos are like, I'd say 99%, 98, 99% exact, note for note solos of other things she does, of the bands she covers. Pretty awesome. Mike, have a great night, buddy, and thank you so much. Yeah, always hanging with the fams is fun, man, for sure. We love doing that. But yeah, all right, everybody. Well, thanks so much for hanging out. It's 11:14 here. I'm going to pack it in. Is Brody still going? Or is Brody even going tonight? I don't know. I thought he might be doing something. Let me see if Brody's on. Let's see, redirect. Yeah, Brody's on live. All right, I'm going to set everyone up. We'll go to Brody's. I'm going to Brody's after this anyway. I'll set up the live to go to Brody's. Of course, if you have time and you're interested, please go check out Brody, the Super Shredder. A link's going to pop up, and you can click on it, and it'll take you to his a live stream. I appreciate it. We love supporting Brody. He's a great kid. So if you like heavy metal, Ozzy style heavy metal and all that old school heavy metal, Brody plays it all. Take care, Laurel. Thank you. Donald says Kayla has a high rate. She does. Yeah, exactly. Dranger says Kayla's a beast and plays some nice. She got some nice set of guitars. Yeah, very nice. Laurel says she saw Brody's early. Nice. Take care, Dranger. Good night to you and your family. Donald said, "Let's go." We do. All right, everybody. Y'all have a great one. I will not be on tomorrow. Sunday, we're gonna be out of town, so I won't be back in time. But I'll be back on Monday, and I'll rest of the next week. So it'd be nice to have a quick break. I've been going live for like 2 weeks straight, I think. So a little chill time would be nice. You're welcome, Natasha. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, everybody, that will be all for me. Y'all take care. Have a great rest of your day or night wherever you're at. Of course, stay safe. Be good to each other and take care of each other. That's all we got in this world. I'll see you over at Brody's if I don't see you. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you next week, starting Monday. Have a great one, everybody. See you.